Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ridge's audacious move, Nick's boat proposal and Eric's rage. Here are some spoilers for the bold and the beautiful. Nick Marone's proposal on a boat is something fans can anticipate. But Ridge Forrester could try a risky rescue when Brooke Logan fell into the sea. Let's discuss what will happen in the upcoming episode of the CBS soap opera, as you continue reading. First, let's talk about Eric Forrester, who got into a heated argument with Nick during the fashion presentation. Ridge's challenger was cautioned by the patriarch to avoid Brooke. The seaman, however, has never been one to follow directions. Brooke, meanwhile, ultimately came to the conclusion that she could no longer do this with Ridge. She simply can't stand her heart's never-ending roller coaster anymore. He sought to hang on rather than let Brooke leave in peace. Brooke didn't turn around when she eventually left Ridge. Not once. Every time Brooke leaves Ridge, she turns around. She may therefore really be over him and prepared for her journey with Nick. Unfortunately, it appears that Nick's plan to buy a boat will not work out. Somehow, Brooke tumbles into the sea. I wonder whether Nick stuns Brooke rather than surprises her. Therefore, it's his fault that she almost drowns. Ridge appears to be there to save the day when Brooke falls off the boat. In the past, rescuing compulsions forced Ridge to reunite in soap operas. But I'm hoping that after thanking him, Brooke will agree to Nick's suggestion. Fans would finally applaud. That would be soap opera gold. We might be lucky with a last-minute swerve, but it's unlikely. Sheila Carter-Sharp may attempt to locate Lee Finnegan back in Los Angeles. Following the excellent doctor shouldn't be too difficult because the waitress is an expert at stalking. Deacon Sharp is attempting to help Sheila deal with her loss in the interim. Nevertheless, Deacon 2 requires a confidant to discuss his emotions, which differ greatly from Sheila's. Given that it's Friday, is it possible for Luna Nozawa to awaken as well? Will she remember anything that happened? Will Luna have a different personality when she wakes up? Will she attempt to deceive Lee into believing that she has changed? Stay tuned, as this might go in many different directions. Sheila thinks Lee is hiding something Ridge is left by Brooke. According to the bold and the beautiful, Brooke Logan told Ridge Forrester to screw you, and departed, while Sheila Sharp accused Lee Finnegan of having a secret. Sheila continued to press for an opportunity to pay her last respects to Luna Nozawa at Il Giardino, wondering where she could go to do so. Lee ultimately went without her takeout since she was no longer hungry, insisting that there was nothing Sheila could do for Luna at this time. Sheila confided in Deacon Sharp about Lee's aggressive behavior in response to her inquiries. Sheila sensed that something was wrong with Lee, even if she was unable to pinpoint the exact cause. When Lee finally returned to Luna's bedside, she discovered that her health had not improved. Lee discussed how Luna never had a genuine chance to become a mother with Papi Nozawa after reflecting on her early years. Lee urged Luna to open her eyes, insisting that she was now there for her. Will Spencer proposed that Electra Forrester, who would be the sexiest model ever, should represent Forrester Creations in Italy throughout the show. Before discussing Luna and all the harm she had caused, Electra played down that notion. Will implied that they were only expressing the truth, and that he was relieved that Electra was no longer a threat, despite her desire to avoid criticizing the deceased. Brooke was tired of having to answer questions about Ridge's engagement to Taylor Hayes and posing for pictures with him in Capri. She chose to go with Nick Marone after Brooke yelled, "Screw you," at Ridge because he gave her a passionate, lustful gaze. In contrast to Ridge, who gave all of this back and forth with Taylor, Brooke appreciated that Nick treated her as though he only wanted one woman. Nick pursued Brooke despite Eric Forrester's recent admonition to avoid her, and he became enraged with Ridge for making her unhappy. Nick reached out his hand, urging Brooke to join him and get off this merry-go-round once and for all. Ridge didn't appear pleased when Brooke finally put her hand in Nick's as he requested and walked away with him. Ridge is shocked when Brooke tells him, "Screw you, I'll run off with Nick," and then really does it. After the fashion presentation, Brooke broke down, and Sheila pleaded with Lee to tell her the truth. Where is Luna? Brooke tells Ridge that it's too difficult to be in Capri. Too many wonderful memories exist. She can't go, he tells her. She is done responding to inquiries over his ridiculous engagement to Taylor. "Fuck you. I'm simply going to flee with Nick." she exclaims. According to Brooke, Nick sees her and desires her as intensely as Ridge once did. He inhales deeply while gazing up at the sky. Nick is informed by Eric that he was not invited to this exclusive function. What is it that he desires from Brooke? He tells him that his time is being wasted. Even though he lives with Taylor, Nick tells him he's wasting his time, and that he knows he's planning to get Ridge and Brooke back together. Eric feels his son would be happiest with Brooke, and he won't deny it. Although he feels bad for Taylor, Brooke should be with Ridge. By consistently aligning Brooke with his dysfunctional family, Nick accuses him of shattering her heart. He trudges off as Eric reiterates his directive to keep Brooke away. Nick runs over when he spots Ridge and Brooke. Ridge informs him that he is not involved in this. Nick doesn't agree. The woman is distressed, he says. He informs Brooke that this is her opportunity to permanently get off the merry-go-round with Ridge. He extends his hand to her. Ridge and she exchange scowls until she hands Nick her hand and they leave. Will and Electra discuss how lovely it would have been to visit Italy in the design office. She remarks that everything looks fantastic after looking at all of the pictures of Brooke. Although he believes Electra should be representing Forrester, he acknowledges that Brooke is competent in her role. She might be the sexiest model ever, in his opinion. They are relieved that they won't ever have to worry about Luna again. They discuss how dangerous and insane Luna was. Despite his fear of her, Will couldn't stop thinking about how Electra had confronted her. Luna is no longer with them, but they would never allow her to harm them. It chills her to talk negatively of the deceased. It was all so horrible in the end. It's difficult to accept that she was related to someone as decent as Finn. The most important thing, he argues, is that everyone is alright and they can accept that. Sheila informs Lee at Il Giardino that she must bid farewell to the granddaughter she adored and misses. Where is that possible for her? Lee yells that she is questioning her. Sheila reminds her that she made an effort to assist Luna. According to Lee, she is unable to assist her at this time. She is accused by Lee of being there solely for Luna in order to get closer to Finn. Sheila maintains that she just had Luna's best interests in mind. Lee walks away, declaring she has lost her appetite because she is tired of this. When Deacon enters, he asks her whether she has learned anything. Sheila didn't. She can't ignore the fact that Lee refused to respond to her inquiries. He speculates that Lee could be too hurt to respond. He implies that Lee feels bad for not being there to assist, and reminds her that Luna shot her. Sheila merely wishes to honor her granddaughter. All the huffiness isn't explained by that. Deacon speculates that she might harbor resentment toward him, but his wife is certain that something is seriously wrong. All she wants to do is make sure Luna is sleeping well. Although she is aware that Deacon will never forgive her, she believes she understands the motivation for her horrible actions. She also had a positive side that made her think about Finn. They laughed because she was witty and intelligent. Sheila recalls every laugh. Her laughter will never be heard again. Luna is still unconscious in a hidden place. Lee examines her. Nothing has changed. She recalls sitting next to her when she was a young child full of promise. After causing so much suffering, how does she manage to look so serene? Because of Poppy and her instability, she never really had a chance. She regrets not being more active in her life, but she is there for her now, and will not allow her to pass away. According to previews, Steffi Forrester will visit her friends and family this week on The Bold and the Beautiful to bid them farewell. After giving birth to her fifth child, Jacqueline McInnes Wood is currently on maternity leave and won't be painting for the foreseeable future. Is it the beginning when Steffi Forrester leaves town? Will Taylor Hayes, her mother, follow her? Spoilers ahead. Continue reading to find out who is leaving Bold and the Beautiful next. It is understandable why Steffi Forrester needs a mental and emotional boost. She was first imprisoned in a cage and almost killed. She was devastated to discover that Luna Nozawa was actually the biological daughter of her husband, Dr. John Finnegan. Following all of that, Luna attempted to murder Steffi once more after being released from prison. Steffi watched Liam Spencer slowly pass away from cancer while juggling the Luna drama. Queen Steffi is the one who most deserves to suffer a mental collapse at this moment. She deserves a mental health vacation long overdue. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor Hayes, Steffi Forrester's mother, may follow her out. When Rich Forrester returns from Italy, Taylor and he will part ways, according to the writers. If Taylor's relationship with Ridge is finished and her daughter and grandchildren are gone, there's really no reason for her to remain in Los Angeles. In actuality, Taylor typically leaves town and goes missing for a few years after Ridge dumps her for Brooke. If Ridge's other ex-wife chooses to remain in Los Angeles after their split, it would undoubtedly be unpleasant. After the trip to Naples, do you think Taylor Hayes will leave town? Will Rebecca Budig's departure make you sad?